Hello everyone! The 2-minute method that I'm going to talk about today consists of very rare moments. However, if you find a good moment, the probability of successfully completing a trade is quite high. I start by setting up the first indicator, and this is the Keltner channel. The periods are 20, 10, and 2. Let's just thicken the lines. I don't change the color and save. The second indicator is the moving average, and I increase the period to 100. Let's set EMA here, thicken the line and save. The third and final indicator of the method is the stochastic oscillator. I leave the periods as they are by default. Let's set the second color to yellow. Just thicken the lines and save. I set the candle transition time to 1 minute and also the trading time interval to 2 minutes. Let's choose the currency pairs that are suitable for the method. As I have already mentioned, the good moments of the method are rare and I need a lot of observations to open a position at the exact moment when it is the best. And the chances of successfully completing the trade is quite high. This is a great situation for this method. When the blue and yellow lines of the stochastic oscillator intersect and move in an upward direction. As you can see on the platform now, if I open a position in an upward direction, in this case the stochastic oscillator lines must be at the red line below it or below the red line. In short, I observe the moments of the stochastic oscillator when the signal is upward. I find out all this by crossing them together and then what direction both lines move in. When I open a position in an upward direction, in this case the movement of the lines must be also upward. And when I have a stochastic oscillator signal, I must then observe the green line of the moving average and the blue line of the Keltner channel, which I will try to talk about on the next trades. How to trade correctly in combination with the stochastic oscillator. So let's give it some time and see how things develop. Unfortunately, this moment did not end as I thought, but I will continue trading here because there is a high probability that the more green candles will be made for at least the next 2 minutes. Now I will tell you that the role of the moving average, I want to talk about the moving average role in this method. When I open a position in the upward direction, in this case the green line of the moving average must necessarily cross the green candle. The main thing is that the green candle must be crossed and the signal is stronger if it has an upward direction, and the signal is even stronger if the green line of the moving average is below the candles and move in the upward direction. At this time, crossing this green candle. This is approximately the situation we have now on the platform, and I think that this is the best signal in this method that the moving average can give me. Of course, the blue lines of the Keltner channel are also a factor to consider here, which I will try to consider about when opening the next positions later. And I will also talk about how all three indicators in combination should give us a signal to open a position in a specific direction. Now let's wait some seconds and see how things develop. Everything is going in a perfect way and great. The position was successfully closed and I could continue trading here, but I think it's a little bit late and I won't risk it. I would rather switch to another currency pair. I have made a very good point, and here I would like to talk about the function of the middle blue line of the Keltner channel in this method. When I open a position in an upward direction, as in this case, the middle blue line of the Keltner channel should be crossed by a green candle. If the blue line of the Keltner channel is not crossed by a green candle, in this case, no matter how strong signals the moving average or stochastic oscillator indicators give me, I still don't open the position, because one of the main moments of this method is the crossing of the middle blue line of the Keltner channel by a green candle. If the stochastic oscillator lines cross each other and move in an upward direction, and we also have a signal from the green line of the moving average which crosses the green candle, in this case, of course, these two signals, I wait for the third signal, which is expressed in the fact that middle line of the Keltner channel is being crossed by a green candle, and then I open a position in the upward direction. As you can see, I'm winning quite convincingly, and I hope that this will continue like this. Excellent, excellent. I really like such convincing profits, and as you can see, the method is quite effective if used correctly. Of course, this method does not have many good moments, and therefore does not require searching for various good moments. You just need to carefully observe the signals of three indicators, which I think I have provided you with detailed information, and I have made a fairly in-depth explanation of each indicator that I was presented in today's method. I would also like to tell you that this method is not for other platforms and only works on Pocketoption. I will never trade with this method in cases of high volatility, because it simply will not work, and there is a high chance of opening many unsuccessful positions. Friends, please never trust anyone who writes to you on my behalf about investing money or about paid signals or something like this. I never do this, so be careful. I hope you liked today's video, and now I have to say goodbye. I wish you successful trading days and see you in the next video. Thank you so much.